So, some of you have heard of the naturalistic fallacy, right? Um, it's not good to be like, well, it's natural, so it's good, you know, because rape is natural, and that's not good. You know, breaking your leg because the ground is snowy is natural, but that's not good. Um, Miscarriages aren't good. Kind of gross and painful, and they need to be dealt with immediately. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are natural that aren't good, but I feel like you could use naturalistic mindset in a like a responsible way without it being dog whistly or whatever. Now, this is very unconventional. This is never going to get used in this way. It would just be hijacked for euphemistic excuses for Nazis and the right or whatever. But uh, I think there is something to say for something good about naturalism, because because I feel like we judge nature to be vicious and uncaring, and we don't like comparing ourselves to that because, well, we're humans and we're higher thinking beings, I guess. I just, I don't know. Anyways, I don't really like victim blaming nature and using that as a reason for why we're better than it. But again, obviously, nature is uncaring. It's also kind of neutral at the same time. You know, it doesn't really know better. We act like we don't know better. Anyways, sorry. Um, Other animals don't want to be raped. I'm pretty sure females will run away, and I've heard female brains, they grow in size to avoid men, male fish who, I guess, their penis length grows or whatever. But the fact is that fish, female fish, they avoid that shit, and dragonfly females, they will play dead to avoid suitors that they don't want. Is that really bad to compare human females? I'm not comparing humans to dragonflies, please. I'm just comparing the principle of not wanting to be raped, here's a strategy, and the female version with, hey, here's a strategy. But maybe something more closer to home is mammals. Think giraffes and some elephants. They will leave men and become matriarchal, to avoid men. Only on specific occasions they want to mate with them. And so this is kind of a case for most likely a homosexual. You take what you can get at that point when you're avoiding men and when you're in an all-female group. Um, yeah, makes perfect sense why females might um, be in packs, you know, and that's kind of like that in nature too. When they're not in packs just because they're a male's harem or whatever. So yeah, this is very limited and far for in between when it comes to naturalistic shit. There's not that much you could justify, but there's a lot of horrible shit that nature has prepared for, specifically mammals and other things, that are avoiding rape. Um, and there's something to be said about bonobos, being matriarchal and using sex instead of war to get what they want. But I'm pretty sure they're also pedophilic at the same time. So someone would point out that, hey, look at this love relatively no war species. But then somebody would point out, well, look at them molesting children. So I'm not, that blurs the line of how much we want to compare what we do and what others do in the animal kingdom. Um, um, yeah, so I don't think we can victim blame nature with rape since females generally kind of avoid it. Um, they just might not know like the consent of their mind over their body thing because being in heat kind of takes control over mostly the rest of the animal kingdom, I guess. So yeah, see ya.